to lose, especially so this evening when I'm sure you'll feel like you controlled large parts of the match?
Yeah, and tonight is very difficult to explain this loss in a difficult stadium, in a difficult atmosphere against a strong team like United. I think we didn't deserve to lose the game, but at the same time, if it happened, we have to be good to do thoughts and to understand where we can improve. I think that we played a good game, and we did the game for a great part of the game, but at the same time I think that we have to show more experience to manage some situations, because the game is when you play a game there are many games into one game, many part of games, and I think that sometimes you have to understand when you have to push, you have to go strong, we have to increase the intensity, when there is the moment to be calm, don't be hurry. I think in this aspect we have a lot of space for improvement, because on the pitch I think we are doing a great improvement. In this aspect maybe is the aspect more difficult, because we are talking about experience. The experience, you don't buy the experience, and the experience, you improve your experience also after this type of game, no? And we have many young players in the team, and hopefully, and after this game, they have the possibility to learn.
So are you frustrated with the timing of their second goal and their third goal? Are those little matches within a match that you're talking about, not getting level but then not being calm or pushing on?
But for sure, and we drew 1-1, and then after maybe 1-2 minutes, and they scored the second goal. I know that it was the offside. The goal was good because it was good, but at the same time we conceded the goal after in a short period, you know. And then in the third goal, and set pieces, they are very strong. We are conceding a lot in the last period, set pieces. And yeah, I repeat, we have to know that we have to continue to work. We have to continue to work many aspects and to improve our level. If we want to reach the level to try to fight, to be competitive for a top places, and for sure we have to improve.
Obviously, you also faced an all-time great footballer on one of his best nights. Is there anything more your players could have done to stop Ronaldo this evening, or was it just unlucky that you got him when he was like that?
Yeah, but we are talking about a player that not only in this night he showed to be a top player, and don't forget that Cristiano and Messi are the two best players in the world, no? In this era. And before it was Maradona and then Pelé, but in this era, and Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, they are the best. And you have to know very well that when you play against this type of player, they are decisive. They are decisive, and I think honestly that without Cristiano Ronaldo tonight for United, it wasn't a good night.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, as you said, Cristiano Ronaldo aside, there are other things that Antonio Conte will go and look at after that game.
Yeah, of course he'll be disappointed. I thought the game, they came here, they had a go, set up how I thought they would, sit behind the ball, hard for Manchester United to break down, but then you get that quality goal. So then you have to chase the game. They got back into it through the penalty, but then I talk about game management. Me and Roy were having a discussion off air. He wasn't happy that the three centre-halves for Spurs didn't go up and celebrate. I says, Roy, run all that way to run back. 3 minutes later, you got to be switched on. They weren't, and the cost to goal. So now you've gone from being on top, playing well, 1-1, 2-1 down in the blink of an eye without really Manchester United going, right, we've created a chance. It was more down to Spurs' downfall. Then they get back in the game. The goals that they conceded, Antonio Conte will be disappointed. He really, really will.
Yeah, the goals they conceded, but also the goals they scored weren't necessarily from the best chances that Spurs created, because they were given opportunities to get their noses in front in this game. Did we see almost the best and worst of Spurs in this match?
Yeah, I mean, look, the chance from Son, probably in recent weeks, he hasn't been to the level that as Spurs fans will expect to see. The ball from Kulusevski pulled back, you say, that's an opportunity. This morning, if you wake up, you said, yes, I am. I'm normally going to score, and he didn't, and you think, longer the game goes on. But once he got back to 2-2, I thought, keep going. How will Manchester United deal with that? They reacted better than the third goal from the defensive point of view. You come to Old Trafford, you score 2 away from home, but you concede 3. That'll be a big disappointment for Antonio and his team.
And we said before, every team creates chances against Man United. Every team. There's no surprises there, and that's what Conte would have thought. It's a good chance we might score a couple and create some other chances. But I think Rob Horton knows, whatever you're playing 5 at the back, you think we're going to be solid. To give up 3 goals, he's smiling there at that interview, but he'll be fuming. He'd be fuming. Just again, another result where you look at Spurs, you go, he doesn't know where to twist or turn with these group of players. He'd want to make obviously changes in the summer.
Yeah, most teams that have come here over the last 2 or 3 months, they probably got to the end of the game and thought, how didn't we score more goals? How didn't we win that? How have they beat us? How have they taken a point off us? It's like that every game here at the moment. You know, Spurs expected goals a lot higher than United's. The chances were better, the play was better, but United come out on top. And because no team really, Spurs haven't got authority. They haven't got belief or authority yet. And Conte knows that. He knows what a good team is. The only authority on the pitch tonight was Cristiano Ronaldo, because both teams really were well below the standard that you'd expect for the investment that's been made.
You look at some of the performances that we've seen from Tottenham, and we have seen them at times at looking as though they were getting towards their best, and looking as though Conte was getting the best out of this group of players. When they beat Leicester on January the 19th in that dramatic way with those 2 late goals from them, they were in 5th place, but they played 3 games fewer than West Ham in 4th. And at that stage, finishing in 4th place was in Spurs' hands. Since then, they've gone on to lose 5 of their 8 Premier League games, and there are FA Cup defeats in there, or there is an FA Cup defeat in there as well for Tottenham. What's happened? Why have they come off the rails, do you think?
Consistency has been a problem. You go back to Everton Monday night, we talked how good they were. They're on the front foot, started well, scoring goals. Middlesbrough away in the FA Cup, very disappointing. Leeds away, you questioned it after they'd gone to Burnley and lost. You expect them going to Manchester City and going, wow, they've been on the back of 2 losses, all right, the 3 in the league against Chelsea, Southampton and Wolves, and you go, wow, it's concerning going, how are they going to beat Manchester City? And they turned up, they really did. So you got to Burnley, you think, wow, they're back in form, but they're so up and down. When they're hot, and then when today, it wasn't a bad performance. The goals were really, really disappointing. That's what Antonio Conte will be really disappointed at. But you look for the top 4 now, 5 points behind Manchester United. Arsenal have got games in hand. It's a massive, massive ask for them.
That system demands that you have really good wing backs. The wing backs are nowhere near good enough. They're nowhere near good enough. I think you have to play that system. That system's critical to have good wing backs in it. And I think that Reguilon, Doherty on the right, the quality's not there in both sides of the game, actually, either going forward or defence.